What is going on, guys? Welcome to Patch Notes version 1.00. So this is going to be an update video, and this series, I guess, is just the easiest way for me to categorize update videos and so on and so forth. You'll see how it works. But I'm going to talk at length or very briefly about a couple of topics regarding my channel and regarding my thoughts on certain things that I want to talk about. I'm going to be leaving annotations or timestamps depending on what's the best way that I find for you to skip to certain things that you want to hear about, or you could just watch the entire video. It's your call. I'll leave that decision to you. The first thing I need to address is the lack of content on the channel, and that is mainly because of Street Fighter V and other games getting in the way. So let me start with Street Fighter V. I've kind of been burnt out at this point. I'm waiting for something big to come out, for something that pulls me back in, a character, new, V-triggers, whatever. Like, you've already heard the rumors at this point, but that hasn't hit me yet. Like, the season 2 characters are not doing it for me. Okay, so you had Akuma, which was cool. I enjoyed playing him. He was one of the characters I guess I mained, right? Because I wouldn't say I really confidently have a main in Street Fighter V, which is one of the big problems I have with it. It's just there's not a character that really speaks to me in that game. So you had Akuma, and he was pretty fun. Colleen came out, and I thought she was neat, but she didn't really grab me gameplay wise. And then you had Ed, who I did not really find fun. And this is kind of when my interest started waning for the game, right? Because when Colleen came out, I still played online here and there. But around when Ed came out, I wasn't really having that much fun. Like, I couldn't play for more than 30-minute sessions online. I couldn't, right? I was just starting to get really burnt out. And then Ed came out, and he wasn't really fun. So it just ended up doubling down on my burnt outness, I guess. I did not find Ed fun. I thought his design was okay at best. Then Abigail came out, and let me just say that he is really fun. I really enjoyed playing Abigail, but he is fucking stupid. Oh my goodness, I've never been so torn on a character. He is one of my least favorite, he's probably bottom 10 least favorite designed characters in Street Fighter history. And that's saying something. He's so dumb. He is, it's not even endearing goofiness. Dan is a little goofy, for example, but he's got a bit of charm to him. Blanca's kind of goofy. He's kind of dumb, right? But he can be cool. He has neat moves, that sort of thing. But Abigail, it's they went out of their way to make him as dumb as possible. I know that's what I guess Capcom finds funny, but it's honestly kind of cringy. His character, there's the way he acts, his story especially, it's really, really cringy. And I don't really like using cringy that much. I feel it's overused. But here I think it's kind of perfect. And then you had Minette, who I love her design, and I really like her gameplay. I'm not that good with her, but she's interesting enough, but I don't think it's enough to pull me back. So that being said, right, I had the Ed video kind of done-ish. There was some stuff I needed to work on it, I needed to edit it, I needed to do all that. But it felt like a chore. Just booting up Street Fighter V just felt like a chore. And at the end of the day, YouTube is a hobby for me, right? So I don't want to make it feel like I'm going out of my way, I have to do this. I don't want to not enjoy making content, right? So that's pretty much what happened with Street Fighter 5. I'm just hoping for Season 3 to do something big, to bring back some characters I'm interested in, that sort of thing. And there's a large pantheon of characters they could bring back that I'd be interested in. But if they don't do anything that really brings me back in, like new mechanics or like what's being rumored, right? Like new V-triggers, new critical arts, that sort of stuff, or characters that I really want to see in the game, then I think if Season 3 doesn't do it, I'm out. I'm done. I've given this game like 3 years at this point, you know, or at least it feels like. I don't even know how long the game's been out at this point. It's been out it came out last year, early last year. Yeah, no, I can't do more than 2 years. Like, Season 3 it's Capcom's last chance with me with Street Fighter 5. If they don't do it, nah, I'm done. Okay, so with Street Fighter 5 out of the way, that leaves things like Injustice 2 and Tekken 7 and why I haven't been making stuff for that. So first off, with Injustice 2, the game's kind of like, okay, so it's very zone heavy, right? And that kind of gets old quickly. It's not like super fun to play in long bursts. It's something that I can like play like for short amount of time and stuff, but oftentimes I'm just like, I don't know if I really want to struggle with that. So that's really my story with Injustice 2. It's just kind of like, every time I think about playing it, I'm like, I think I'd rather play something else instead. And that's kind of how it's not a bad game, but that's kind of how I feel about it right now. Maybe a character comes out that I'm really interested in playing, like Raiden. Raiden's coming out, and I liked playing Raiden in MKX, so you know. Also, his super is so sick, so I kind of want to try him out. I kind of want to see what he's all about. If he's fun enough, I might consider playing it a bit more. But there's that. That's pretty much Injustice 2 with me right now. And Tekken 7, I haven't gotten the chance to play it that much because I've been playing other stuff. There's a lot of other games that are distracting me, really. That's really it. I mean, I like Tekken 7. I think Tekken 7's great, but yeah, I've pretty much just been distracted and busy as well. So yeah, Tekken 7, I haven't gotten to play it as much as I'd like, but I really enjoy Tekken 7. It's a good game. It's a really good game. It's really fun. I want to get back to making content for my channel, get back to my passion projects like bread and butter reviews, tier lists, things like that. Get back to doing that. And bread and butter reviews, I'm kind of working on that. I'm trying to change the format because right now I feel that I could review any game from any genre using the current format, and I kind of want it to be something specific to fighting games. I want to make it more fighting game centric because that's the idea after all, right? So I definitely want to bring that back in a big way because I do enjoy making that. It's just also the most time consuming thing I make. It takes me a long time to not only play the game, kind of develop my thoughts on it, I also have to script it, you know, they're usually my longer videos, that sort of stuff, and I definitely want to get back into that, but it's taking a bit of time. I am finalizing some ideas and things like that, and I have to make some new like graphics, new like visuals, but that will come in due time. And tier list stuff, I have a couple ideas in the pipeline I definitely want to make. I just have to find the time to make them. I also want to make some other content first, but that's pretty much that. The two big things I have to talk about are Dragon Ball FighterZ and MvCI. So let's start with DBFZ. That game looks gorgeous. I think it looks like visually stunning and it's one of the best looking fighting games, especially considering with how close it mimics the source material. It looks pretty fun and it's very flashy, but the only concern I have is potentially combo variety and combo creativity. Because right now it looks very samey, just seeing multiple footages from multiple matches. A lot of the characters kind of have similar combos, similar combo structure, and I don't want that to be like the case. Like I don't want the combo system to be dumbed down or simplified just to appease Dragon Ball fans who might not be fighting game fans, which there's no problem with like making things simpler to kind of get into, but the depth needs to be there. There needs to be a lot of depth. There needs to be a lot of creativity that you can put on display. Otherwise, it just becomes boring and stale. Yes, I'm referring to Street Fighter V. Okay, I'm just putting that out there. That game has me a bit bitter, but I don't want Dragon Ball FighterZ to suffer that same fate. I know it's still early. I know a lot of people haven't had that much time to play yet, but I need to see more stuff. I just really hope it doesn't go down that way. And I've seen people kind of bring up that same complaint as well. So, you know, maybe our worrying isn't justified, but it is something to think about. I really hope they're listening to people bringing this up, because I just want what's best for the game. I want the game to be sick. I can't wait to get my hands on it, because it's going to be a fantastic game, at least from what it seems. Is it going to be like, you know, the FGC's like new like favorite game when it comes out? Most likely not, because that's just kind of how it works. A game, this is a non-Capcom fighter after all, and I know that it has a lot of hype behind it right now, but you know, who knows really? I mean, everybody says they love Guilty Gear, but like, again, it doesn't get the same level of support from the community that Capcom fighters get. So we'll have to see. We'll really have to see. It's a matter of just time and stuff. Dragon Ball is a huge property, so that could be the reason that this fighting game becomes like bigger in like the FGC and stuff. But that's just, it's a waiting game at this point. I just hope it turns out well, but I'm really excited. I am really excited for it, and I really wish I got to play the beta. I didn't. I just got a fuck you email from Bandai Namco, and they basically just told me, yo, here's an L, I hope you enjoy it, you can have that for the weekend. Finally, we have to talk about Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And to be honest, I was on the fence, and I'm still a little bit on the fence, but I'm still going to give it a chance. Mainly because, yes, I know, it doesn't look that great. Visually, it's not really the most appealing fighting game I've seen. It really isn't. And the roster is kind of lacking, like a lot. But at the same time, the game does look pretty fun, at least to me. Personally, it looks fun. It looks like something I want to play. The combo structure seems interesting. It seems very extensive and has a lot of room for creativity. And I like that. I really, really like that. Because we also have to consider that Marvel kind of holds a special place in my heart, because I've been playing fighting games my entire life, pretty much. But Marvel 3, when I seen all of the cool things you could do in that game, I think I saw this GameSpot like tournament, and some guy did this crazy Dante combo, which in retrospect was a very simple Dante combo, but it looked really cool, and this was something that was out of my league at the time, right? I mean, some would say it's still out of my league, but you know, that's besides the point. So this Dante combo just inspired me. I just saw it, and then I was just watching more footage of this game, right? People like Combo Fiend, and seeing him like do all this sick stuff with like Spencer and all these comebacks, and it was just really cool to see, really exciting, and that really got me into the FGC like proper, you know. And then I saw the things like, you know, Evo Moment 37 and all that stuff, and that's all great, but it really all stems from Marvel 3, vanilla Marvel 3, and I wanted to get good at this game because it was cool. It was really, really, like, it was just sick. It was a sick fighting game, and I wanted to get good at it, so I had to just get good at fighting games in general. My execution had to get better, and my knowledge got better because I started searching more things. So yeah, Marvel 3 kind of got me into becoming a decent fighting game player in general. Just, you know, I went from Marvel to Street Fighter to other games, and yeah, I like actually kind of knew what I was doing when I went back to play all those fighting games I grew up playing as a kid. which was really cool for me. But like that's I don't need to explain my life story just to explain why I want to try out MvCI. So MvCI, yes, I know the obvious issues, but it does look fun, and I do want to give it a chance because it looks fun. I've seen a lot of the footage from people playing the game early, and it looks cool. I want to play this game, right? I'm gonna give it a shot. I really hope I like it. I hope it's fun, and I hope I have this game to play like long term. Like I hope it is a long-term enjoyment, right? Because I really want a Marvel game in my life right now, you know? Like I've had Marvel 3 for a while now at this point, you know, and I mean if I'm going to play the game, I might as well make content. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some like Nova and Frank stuff because again, those were my old mains in Marvel 3, and you know, I wish I could drop a Sentinel combo video, but yeah, very much I'm going to be playing it, and I'm probably going to make some combo videos, some stuff like that, and maybe even some sets. I don't know. Maybe if you guys are still on the fence, like I'll probably do like a review or something like that, just, or at least like a first impressions, just like honest impressions. Like I will be completely fair with this game. Like I will criticize it if it needs to be criticized, which I'm sure it will have some flaws. But yeah, I'll probably have that out, you know, eventually, like sooner rather than later, you know. But I definitely want to make content for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I mean, I'm playing it, I might as well do it, right? And yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on MvCI. That about wraps it up for the inaugural episode of the patch notes. Whenever I have anything major to talk about the channel or anything I want to discuss, or usually if there's an update of some sort, this is usually the format I'm going to do it in. And that's pretty much it. So remember guys, stay godlike.